So it's 2019 right now, and everything is digital. So e-commerce has become one of the most fast-growing as well as thriving business in Vietnam and throughout the world. There are many successful founders of this type of business, and we know that they are excellent, but we don't know how their journey to that business really look like. So now, uh, today's Frogs 30 Under 30 will introduce you two special guests to share their stories and experience. And we hope that from that you can learn and experience and gain enough information for you in your career. So our first guest is he established the company in 2012 in Malaysia, and throughout the time he expanded services available for online customers, and not just in Malaysia, not just in Vietnam, but throughout the whole Southeast Asia. Until now, there are hundreds and thousands of shops and cafeterias and restaurants that have the contract with him. So please welcome Mr. Nghĩa, the CEO of Grab.
Thank you.
Our second guest today is she established the company also in 2012 after leaving Australia for studying in university. You can see that she's now really successful, but you didn't know that she started from zero, and back then she has to face with poverty and she didn't know what to do with her life. However, now she expands her business and being the counterpart of more than 200 restaurants, expensive restaurants, as well as thousands of cafeterias, shops, and food house. So please welcome our second guest, Ms. Hoài, the CEO of Foodie. So we can see that you are really successful in your area, in your field right now. But we are really curious that 6 to 8 years ago, Vietnam didn't really know this new type of e-commerce, this new concept. So why did you decided to establish this kind of business?
Okay. Because we enter Vietnamese market very late after Food Day in 2017, and so maybe the question I want to talk about it first because you started your business at the beginning in 2009.
As I remember that we have the trend to approach the technology in digital, especially in Facebook. Which I had opened the first account on Facebook, and I have joined the activity in my university to sell a ticket to inspire the students come with our competitors studying, and we got the first sale from my studying experience life. So I thought that it is very easy to connect the people at everywhere in our earth, even though they are very less distant, and I can sell the ticket for the student in Hanoi, even though until I stay in Ho Chi Minh. So I have to think about this way for a long year, from 2008 until 2012, and I decide to make the same model of selling to approach more and more customers. And I found that in the future, the growing of digital and technology will not stopping. So that I decided to study that.
For me, I would like to add that, as you say that you were developed from 2009 in the US and they expanding worldwide very globally. we are so young. We established in 2012 and we entered Vietnamese market in 2017, and we have our own strategy that we acquired Uber in 2018 and we target to do that. Why we believe that for the e-commerce we develop rapidly in Vietnam because the population in Vietnam, as you say, that 90 million at that moment, and also all of our population very young. The average age about 38 years. And so that another thing about the internet developed rapidly in Vietnam. Everybody can access to the internet easily everywhere, and so by your mobile phone you can access our website to order. One of the challenges for us at the moment how to merge Uber with our platform. We have the digital platform very strong, and thanks to our team member at the moment, they put a lot of effort to work how to integrate the system together and how to consolidate the two systems together, and how to take over the human resources, the driver, because at the beginning we started with transportation, Grab car and Grab bike in Vietnam, not food e-commerce yet. But at the moment we got a lot of challenges in integration of two companies, and so that after we succeeded in transportation, and then we continue with another business.
Okay, thank you for your answer. We learned that all companies started with the digital era from Facebook, as well as the internet is growing from that period of time. We also learned that Mr. Nghĩa chose Vietnam because of the densely populated country. But we are also curious about foodie. Why did you choose Vietnam to be the country to invest in this kind of business?
As my answers in the previous, I told us in the 2008, it is very early for the internet market development, but still that it is very large potential. As our, for example, I just recognize in a university with 500 students kind of brought the internet, and then if we can open for all the populace of Vietnam, at that time, so I think this is very rich and we did success on our prototype at the small shop to sell for the ticket for the university. So I decided that, and with me strongly believe that the internet of Vietnam will have the chance to develop more strongly and more deep. And we have the research, and we researched for nearly 3 years for about the customer behaviors and about the potential of the food at Vietnam. You know that until the 2012, a lot of foreign travelers come to Vietnam because of the beautiful place to visit and enjoy the good food. And we have appears in a lot of newspapers in foreign that we have the very famous pho and now the cultural Vietnam. So I thought that if we can combine the Vietnam cultures and the food paradise, and we bring up to the internet to make the buyer and the seller reach the service easily. So I decided to start that with that believe that the potential in the market grows up, and the trend to grow the internet develop non-stopping.
For us, after acquiring Uber successfully, and we consider at the moment to diversify our portfolio, not only about the transportation, but also another business. And we saw that there are potential the food business in Vietnam, commercial food. I mean, as you see that because the highly demand of the food order, and nowadays, as you see that GDP of Vietnam increased rapidly to compare with another country in Southeast Asia, about 7% per year. And also the income of Vietnamese increase as well. And so because when the people have higher income, they tended to go out to hand down. They order the food outside, or they will order the food online, not the home cook. And reason why we consider that to develop the platform to do the business with food. Another thing like I mentioned, the young like to order the food because they easily access to internet, as well as when we cooperate with the reputable cafe or restaurant, we bring the good service to our customer with safety food, as well as it's convenient for them. They just stay in the office because the official don't have the time at the lunch time. Now they want to stay in the office and they make the order, and so they arrange the time and we deliver right away to them on time, and so that they love to get that food online rather than the traditional way that they have to go out to go to the restaurant to order the food. We go the same restaurant, but we can offer them the right service.
Okay, so we know that Vietnam is really potential for a lot of aspects, as for example, culture and food and rising income and demands for delivery. So that is why now foodie and Grab is really and increasingly popular in Vietnam. So we know that you have expanded all your services, not just transportation, not just food, but for Grab you have also goods delivery. You have and you also have the newly released the Grab Kitchen, which cook the food immediately for the customers. And for foodie, you also interact and sign the contract with a lot of restaurants and shops, much bigger market than you used to for the several months ago. So would you mind to share us about your future approach? What do you want to invest in or expand your market?
From foodie, I thought that I have the big achievements in the food deliveries and receive a good comment from the customer. And I understand that customer not only want to order the food come to their home or come to their office, but they want to express their talent to cook for portion for the other people as a friend family member welcome. So I think that I will think to invest more in the world service. What is world service? World service is we will prepare the packet of the food ingredient and the guideline how to cook that very similarly for customer, and we will if customer price the order, we will send it packet to the customer, and then they can follow the stuff on the guideline to prepare a very well cooked dinner for their people. And this is very this not only about the price, but it will including the emotion and to show their talented and the kind to their little people.
Thank you. I heard about that charity. So it's not secret to share with you about the Grab charity in the future. And so that regarding to the expansion, now we are focusing in the biggest city, including Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh, Da Nang, Hải Phòng. And in the future, we try to expand our business to another provinces in Mekong Delta, in the central as well. Nowadays, we stay in that small provinces already, but we didn't have the good offer we haven't cooperated very well with the local vendor in the districts and so in the city, and so we try to expand, invested more in the smaller business. And secondly, about the expansion in terms of product and services, like food they focus on the offer to the customer about the menu and order, and so that introduce how to cook at home, and so we will provide the deliver and not mail the foods, the finished foods. It's about the raw material like the vegetable, fruit, meat, including beef, and so maybe we try to connect with the distributor in the fresh raw material. This is our strategy for that. We try to do that in the future, and we do hope that we can offer another product and services to customer in Vietnam.
Okay, so really thank you for your sharing. They are really interesting, and from that we hope that you make your pathway clearer and be determined with whatever you are doing with your business. So now this is the time for the Q&A session. Please raise your hand if you have further questions for our beloved guests right here.
I have a question.
Okay.
So my name is Tu, and I am really happy to join the event of course today. So I have a question for Mr. Nghĩa. So I heard from you that the service, like the food delivery of Grab, is very famous and popular now. And you said that people just need to stay at home, and they can order food whenever they want. I agree that that service is very convenient for many people who work in business, like the people who don't have time to cook at home. However, I think that like because of that service from Grab, it creates a vast amount of plastic every day, and I think that it makes people lazier. So my question is that do you have any solutions for that?
Now, how to protect the environment is a big issue nowadays, and our society make a lot of concern on that. And if you see that the government have the policy to prohibit using the plastic, you mean that about the plastic or?
Yes, the plastic to wrap the food, like the box, the bag, cups.
And so that the government will enforce the law to prohibit about using the plastic bag in the supermarket, and also when we try to cooperate with the restaurant or the shop, we encourage them to use the ecosystem bag, like the paper or another alternatives, intact plastic bag, or using the reusable bag or reusable like cup. So for example, some store nowadays they use the paper straw or they use reusable cup. And this encourage the customer to protect the environment. So that I do hope that in the future Vietnam country we try the best to protect the environment, and we try to select the vendor, and so that who cooperate with us to protect the vendor to reduce the plastics using in their packaging. We try to do that, and of course it's so difficult because now it's the habit. Nowadays already, when consumer is familiar with using the plastic packaging, not about the eco packaging, and so that how to transform their habit is so difficult. It's not about the right, but I need the cooperation from the government as well, another company cooperation with us.
thank you for your answering.
But
Yes.
I don't agree with that because I am skeptical about your solution because you said that you encourage them to collaborate with you, but how to encourage, because there are thousands of vendors, and what is their benefits when they use the eco like things to wrap the food, because it's absolutely cost more.
Of course, firstly, we try to review our commission. And you see that nowadays we fix the commission for the vendor, and so that we will share the expensive when they use the eco packaging, because it costs a lot more than the plastic nowadays. And so that we try to sacrifice our income. In tech up, we will enforce them, motivate them to use more about the eco packaging. And so that is one of our strategy in 2020. And so that I say again, it's not only the duty of RAM, it's a duty of the society and Vietnamese government as well. Only Grab, we cannot do everything. If everybody enhance their awareness of environment protection, we will do that. All the society is not about the corporation, and also the people. Vietnamese people should aware about that. And so how to protect the environment. And so I observed that one student, when he go to the restaurant, and the server put the chalk to him, but he rejected. He said that no need, because it's protection of the environment. And so that everybody, if you now acknowledge that you set the using the plastic is safe for our environment, and so that we should enhance the education, for the Vietnamese people about the protection. If you're not satisfied and you can raise, it's okay.
Well,
we try our best.
I understand that we have a really interesting discussion here, but since our time is limited, so if you want further discussion, we can cover it for you at the backstage. So thank you for your raising the questions. I would like to know if there is any questions that you also want to raise from the audience.
Okay, I would like to raise one question. Since Grab is here and also Food is here, as I understand that you are the competitors in some aspects, right? You are in the e-commerce, and also that you also deliver the food as well. Is there any chance that you can see the future that Grab and also Foodie you can collaborate together in order to grow?
I thought in the future plan, I will think to define a partner to expand our the service and business. For example, with Grab had only run the business and they have the experience, but Foodie doesn't have experience on that. I can take the advice or take them sharing about experience for that. I will make the contract to provide some of our service to support for us, and they can match again with us to support on our service. For example, in the previous then in 2020 with the world service, I think I heard that they have the same idea, and I think we can cooperate to make this more become successful, not only for customer of Foodie, but also for customer of Grab.
Okay.
In our point of view, this is what Foodie thinking about that, but we have another strategy, because as you see nowadays we compete, we have competed each other, not seriously, but we still have the level of competition, and I thought that the more competitive, the more we offer the good service, give more promotion, give more advanced service to the customer. And if we collaborate this order, that means we will give the elusive offer to the consumer. They don't have the like the true option to choose, because every company have the selected the customer segmentation and segmentation of our vendors as well. And so in the long run, we will consider about the collaboration with Food Day, but in the short time, like 2 or 3 years later, we still work separately.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so that is the end of today's meeting. Thank you all special guests for spending time here with us, and you're sharing a very precious to us. We wish you the best success in the future career, and thank you the audience for being here. We hope that their sharing will help you with your job, with your career in the future, and if you have further questions or information you want to discuss with them, you can contact them. So that is the end. Thank you for being here and hope you have a nice evening. Thank you.